Welcome back to Saturday here at CWL Champs, where you just witnessed a lightning speed win from United over Units on the back of Simp going Super Saiyan and annihilating everyone with no help necessary from anyone else.
He had a little bit of help.
He
didn't need it, though.
He had a little bit of help, but he would have been fine on his own. Of course, United continuing to cruise on through. Units still alive, just going down into the losers bracket. But we need to talk about what is coming up next, and that is, of course, going to be Reciprocity and Optic Gaming. Let's take a look now at our Totino's Epic matchup. Both of those two teams, you can see it there.
It's incredible that Rec has come full circle. They used to be terrible at control.
Yes, they did.
They used to go into series and donate controls to their team, and now they're 5-0 here at Champs. This is great to see. And they have not had an easy road, by the way, at all. They just got off coming out of a reverse 2-0 reverse sweep to Luminosity. Like, these guys are battle tested.
They are as well. However, Nameless, are you concerned at all the Hardpoint record on the side of Optic Gaming that Reciprocity will have to contend with the fact that they're 9-1?
Yeah, it's going to be tough because Optic Gaming's been incredible on Hardpoint. In their last series, we saw those Hardpoints were dominant. Scump has been on another level, and he's continued it. You know, we noticed it during group play that he was playing amazing, and we were wondering if he was going to be able to continue that against some of the better teams, and he's done that, man. In his first two matches, Scump has been going off. He's picking up streaks and just being that impactful SOG player, pushing up and getting those kills. That's what you want if you're an Optic Gaming fan, is Scump to be firing on all cylinders. You saw him stand up and get hyped. When he screams, they win. Look at that.
The only thing that's going to come down to me for this series is going to be those search and destroys, man. We saw Optic Gaming lose that search and destroy earlier to Enigma 6-4 fashion, but they're going up against a team in Reciprocity who just came off of an outstanding win versus Luminosity, going down 0-2, bringing it all the way back to win that game 5. Dens was leading the team with a 1.21, and Dylan, he only had a 1.06, so I'm telling you, they started really, really slow since they went down 0-2. But overall, the resilience that they showed in that series to beat LG was insane.
Well, let's take a look at Dylan as well. We've talked about how this Reciprocity team needs to step up around Dylan. They cannot rely on him to carry them to wins, and that is what we are seeing here. The rest of the team, the likes of Dens, the likes of Wuskin, stepping up and helping him to move them forward in this tournament. But Optic Gaming, Scump is hot. That's going to be a clash. Pac-Man, what are your thoughts on this matchup?
I mean, I think that Reciprocity has a really good chance in this matchup, really, because they're a team that gave Optic Gaming a lot of trouble last year. Now they're really strong, coming off 2 big wins. I think that if they ride that momentum into the series, they can give Optic a fight. Because Scump is the guy right now that has really been going off, but now he's going against one of the best subs in the game in Dylan. If not the best, well, we just saw what Sim did, but Dylan is right up there at the top of the subcategory, so.
And we saw what Reciprocity is capable of, especially on like that Payload Search and Destroy versus Luminosity. That's a map that Optic Gaming is very strong on. So if that map's in this series, I don't have the maps here yet, but if they have that map, that's going to be, you know, a tough map for Optic because they look at it and are like, that's a guaranteed win for us. Well, Rec was setting up some traps on Luminosity, destroying them on that map. So that could be something to look out for in this series.
Now take a look at our Respawn KD leaderboard. Dashi sitting on top of that, and we saw again with Optic how strong they are right now, particularly in their hard point. Followed, of course, by the 2 on E United, crushing Units just a few minutes ago. Simp, oh yes, really all of them are there. But again, Dashi, we've seen how strong they are, so for Reciprocity study, how important do you think that first hard point is going to be for them if they can take that off Optic?
If they come in with the momentum from the LG series, it's going to be basically a 3-on-3 matchup between Scump, Dashi, and TJ versus Alex, Zed, and Dylan. If those 3 are just able to keep up in the slaying department, it's going to be an absolute battle. On the other hand, it's Crim6 versus Dens. We've seen the way Crim6 has been performing the entire weekend so far. If he's able to keep that up for his team, it's going to be really hard to pull off one of these respawns versus them.
So while we wait for the main stage to get set up, while we wait for these 2 teams to get settled and get into things, I have another question for the desk.
Okay.
And it's a bit of a fun one. Of the pro players, who would you like to take on a shopping spree? Okay. Pac-Man, who would you like to go shopping with?
You know what? Zero. None of Zero's pants fit. He wears the tightest pants I've ever seen. Get him some joggers or something.
Zero's going to come in with some flip-flops. Toes out.
All right, so Pac wants to get Zero some pants that fit. Study, who would you like to take on a shopping spree?
I would like to take Kenny on a shopping spree because my man's got so much drip. He literally has got basically every sneaker in the game. He'll probably take me on a shopping spree, to be honest. Kenny's just a fly guy.
All right, Nameless?
I gotta take Krim. You seen those shorts Krim's wearing? Wow, Krim needs the whole makeover in the wardrobe. He has negative drip. Gotta take him to the drip doctor.
Nameless, all right, wanting to help out Crim 6. We also said earlier
And
that
the
he
barber.
would sub in for.
I gotta take Krim to the barber.
So really, Ant's here to help out Crim, but we also are gonna send it over to Jess to see what the crowd thinks.
Thank you, Katie. I'm here with my friend Ben from Montana and Ben from Colorado. I told you guys I knew I was going to mess this up. Trey from Montana and Ben from Colorado. They're representing the Mountain States. So we'll start with you, Trey. Which pro would you take on a shopping spree?
Well, after the slaughterhouse we just witnessed, I gotta take my boy Simp. He deserves the biggest shopping spree we've ever seen.
I would definitely agree with that. Same question.
Well, I have to go with Mox because he needs someone who spent time inside the doors of this event. It's just unfortunate.
Oh my God.
Wow, big words from Trey. Well, I don't know. What do you think about Katie? Back to you.
Kick a man while he's down.
I'm just saying that I've roasted him once, but not like that. Poor
Not a
Mox.
chance.
Mox, I'm
First it was
sorry.
Methods, now it's Mox. Crowd's going in.
I know. Well, there you have it. All right. Shopping sprees with the pros. Simp certainly does deserve one, and of course we'll see if we can help out some of the other pros. Maybe get some pants that fit. We will see, but of course it's time to get into things. Our last main stage match. Reciprocity,
Clint.
Optic Gaming. Joe, maybe you can take Clint on a shopping spree. Help him out.
There's no way. There's no one's helping this man. I mean, I help him as much as I can. I try. He knows it too.
Thank you, Joe. You really do. You keep it all together here as I am an absolute mess. But baby, I am excited. Optic wreck. What's left of my voice is going out in this series because this is going to be incredible. It's the one I've been looking forward to all day. We're fighting for top 3, getting into championship Sunday. This should be a sensational matchup.
Yeah, it absolutely should be. And I mean, that was what the desk was talking about. On one side, you have Optic Gaming. I wouldn't say they breezed through the competition. They had a close match with EG, but I mean, they've handled everyone. On the side of Reciprocity, you know, you beat FaZe, you beat Luminosity in a 0-2 comeback. These guys are battle tested, right? They've had themselves backs against the wall, and this just feels like the first true test for Optic Gaming. And you know, we were talking to Teef, and he truly believes that whoever comes out on top of this is making a grand final. He thinks these are two of the top teams in the world right now.
I picked Optic to win the event, but I saw Waskin 2 days ago. He told me he's winning this thing with how good they felt coming out of the boot camp. This should be a very interesting and entertaining matchup. We'll take a look at the maps overall. And for Optic, map 1, we saw frequency for months. That's gonna get banned here. They're gonna go to Seaside, where they've been great as of late.
I'm ignoring Hardpoints, right? Where Optic has had struggles has been in Search and Destroy, right? They're 2 and 3. But if you look at this map set, Payload and Frequency, I would say that's Optic Gaming's 2 best Search and Destroys.
Never mind. Map 4 was Freak. Oh, so they get both their top 2. All right, well, okay.
Well, you got to think for Reciprocity as well, right? I mean, when you talk about...
I figured they banned one of them, but yes, with their composition. All right, that's just interesting. That's
I mean, you were talking about pressure. It's going to be 3 SOGs versus 3 SOGs. This is going to be one of the most fast-paced matches I think we're going to watch. I think you put these two, and then the likes of United, when you can run 3 SOGs as the top 3 teams in the world, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I mean, you look at guys like Scump. The desk was talking about how he has stepped on up. It just feels like he's playing with so much more passion than the previous events throughout this year.
Absolutely. Just trying to think of how that went down there. They probably just got rid of Arsenal.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went. And
I
mean, again, I think Reciprocity, they like sub-machine gun maps.
Yeah.
They're going to take frequency.
This should be an incredibly fast-paced matchup.
If Optic loses this match, it would be shocking to me based on those 5 maps. I'm telling you, Payload and Frequency, Search and Destroy, it's been their map picks and search all year long.
Quite literally. Their top 2 hardpoints, their top 2 searches in this best of 5. So Rec have their work cut out for them, absolutely. I think the last time this stood out to me, it was what? It was when Rec matched up against Gen G at Miami, and I tweeted something joking around, but
yeah,
they took their strong maps, but it was Gen G's best maps, and Gen G came out and smoked them. Granted, different matchup here, obviously, but they're gonna choose to play to their strengths again. It'll just be interesting.
And I think right away in this map, number one thing we always talk about is about Reciprocity is the passion they come out with right out of the gates. However, typically there's a lull within that map. Now, if they get out to a big lead, it's Seaside Hardpoint. You cannot allow Optic Gaming to start that comeback. They've already had some historic ones so far. But here we go, a map one loaded on in.
Optic Gaming, Reciprocity, map one, here we go. Karma getting right into position as TJ goes for the outer push, wins the one-on-one, but 2 down, 4 either end. Shot a little bit shaky from Dashy, but able to recenter. It takes a second with them and nearly a third. Reciprocity with a slight edge early on. What can the Phenom, the damage per minute star, do throughout this matchup? Well, he's gonna get shut down there by TJ, which will get Optic right back into the hard point.
Yeah, 2 players to watch out for Reciprocity. Gonna be Zed and Alex. Can they step up? Can they play with Dylan? And well, right away, you already see Alex do a 0-3 start, Zed do a 1-3 start. Dylan is able to find TJ on this rotation. You have Wuskin, who's gonna back up to Church, but watch number 3, the spawn out from TJ. He's gonna be flanking around barrels, but Dylan might have picked it on up. So Dylan's trying to lock down barrel side, while the rest of his team lock this down. Dylan not able to one-on-one. Here we go, here comes that pinch. TJ, Dashy, the young duo, trying to fly on in.
Incredible read by TJ. 1 drops before he gets through. Dashy, though, 2 in a row for him before falling. The dark alley battle to Zed. Trade after trade to Crim6's POV as he falls. Dylan 5 and 3. Can't get inside. It's scrappy inside of the hard point. Still contested until Reciprocity find the clearance just for a moment. Spawning in the back is going to be Optic Gaming, so with 20 seconds left, they're trying to fight through. Already rotating early is going to be Alex over to Fountain. Optic get 3 down, they get in for the final 15. But the rotation of Fountain won by Reciprocity and no early streaks for Optic Gaming for an easy break.
Yeah, I like that play, that heads-up play. Wuskin was able to find 3, gives them some time. But Zed backs on up, playing inside a cafeteria. Dylan does get taken down, should have a safe spawn. On the top side of the map, Alex able to find 1, finds both kills. A nice multi-kill, stop this push. Zed now trying to get out middle of the map. He's able to connect on it 2 as well. Reciprocity, Zed and Dylan really starting to heat up.
Optic really haven't even been able to find a single kill against this setup from Reciprocity. It's been clinical thus far as they continue to get the hold. Now Dashy, maybe with an intro pick, Crim6 involved as well. Can they get any kind of break or contest on through? Checkers, I thought locked down by Zed, but Scump fights on in. Scump with a second behind that. 20-point lead for Reciprocity. Overall, great hold from Reciprocity there as they win the first setup through Fountain. But now we'll get on over to Barrel. 5-man stack from Optic Gaming. Their turn to return the favor.
Yeah, nicely done by Rec. I think it started with Alex. The first push came through the top side, but now into barrels. See how the Reciprocity want to break this setup. Karma, the point man. Nice trade from Dylan. Him and Dead's trade. Alex slides on in. Here we go. Dens, the lone Australian in this match. Able to find 2 kills.
4 go down for Optic, but then they fight right back in. Optic burst through, and let's get right into an Optic Gaming listen-in.
door, right door.
Watch it right, I'm watching you. Stood in. Three, go.
Yo, orange.
Two right, one left. Yeah, I got me. Fuck.
We're good.
Free fired me. Just
Go
take
to-
it.
He's at the barrel.
I'm about to walk out. Yo,
Have this guy weak.
A quick Astro Gaming listen in is Optic. Get a good amount of time, but still trailing by 20 points.
I think you'll take that though, right? I mean, when you give up fountain control, you give up, I guess, 40 to 50 seconds there. It's not a bad difference whatsoever. Specialist starting to load on up. Krim watching over his boys as they get heated on. Rue able to find two. Dylan does such a good job staying alive, but Krim finds the third. Scump finds the last. A nice break from Optic Gaming.
Dashi, the Wonder Kid with the Tempest, a chance to hit the shots. The snap, just leave it off. The second one, no idea how that connects. And that'll be 3 down for Reciprocity as the comeback coming on through for Optic. Now only down 10, it's dominant. In the first Hardpoint, in the second rotation. Dashi, maybe just enough juice in the tank to hit one shot, but the timing gonna be a bit off. 2 fall from either side. The numbers after that, 2 Reciprocity, as they will get the early setup, but lead change over to Optic. What can Reciprocity do with the early hold? That is an incredible stun out of Scump. 2 and the third as the King bursts through, but now the War Machine to counter Scump, called in by Zed, slows down the reinforcements at least for a second as Zed tries to push through, then a triple from the youngster. TJ keeps him in it. They have to counter again with Dylan with the grab slam. So 2 individual plays without specialists from Optic, force out 2 specialists from Reciprocity.
Yeah, but there was a split spawn that comes on through for Optic Gaming, so I think Reciprocity, you're gonna see them all just back away, go back towards Fountain. They split this hill and they'll take that. They take the lead back. It will change once again for Optic Gaming, but yeah, just taking a look at top left. No streaks, but you have Karma with the grab. He's been so impactful with it throughout this tournament. TJ has the War Machine. Alex close to the TAC 5. That could help them hold this rotation down, but we go back to the ever so important Fountain Hill. Can Reciprocity hold on?
They did it so wonderfully.
TJ gets behind.
In our first hole, maybe a great timing. Karma does get the grab slam in and able to slide to the back alley. Re-challenges then with Dashi.
What's
and
it
that's
get 3
for Karma, but everybody else going to fall, and Zed and Dylan right back into the action as Reciprocity wonderfully deal with that first wave. The scoreline on this current Hardpoint at Fountain, a lot to a little, massively in favor of Rec.
Yeah, Optic with another push. They do have some numbers, but a team kill, that'll change the tide. Scump the last one there. Yeah, just not enough tools for Optic Gaming to work with when you lose this rotation. So lead change comes in. They do get Reciprocity off the hill, but headed over towards barrels, just taking a look at what we have. TAC 5's gonna come in. Krim, Dens, both gonna have Vision Pulse here soon. Can Wuskin go big with the Tempest? He's had a couple of influential multi-kills. Can he make the play here? That's gonna chain, but he gets stunned up. Does this open things up for his team? 1 player down for a long time.
The fact that that is a full stun, so huge for Optic.
Does it matter though?
Keeps him out of the mix, and then the War Machine in from TJ. So much damage done, 1 team kill for Optic, but they're able to keep on holding, and now Krim was 245 off streaks. I think it mattered. That stun was everything. He couldn't get back in with the Tempest to make a play.
Oh, I thought you said the one that Wuskin hit down.
No, the one that hit him.
Yeah.
Grab snaps for the streaks. What a big win that is. Hellstorm in as well. 20-point advantage now to Optic Gaming as Krim finally drops to Dashi's super powerful trophies as we've seen this weekend. But if you're able to hold on to those streaks, Fountain has been your bane, right? That is where you've been dominated. If you can get back to another one, you've got the streaks this time to deal with it, Joe.
Yeah, and Optic Gaming fans, I know you're happy because Krim didn't have the best Miami. You've really wanted to see him step on up here, double positive in our winner's semifinal. Vision Pulse out from Dens. This should allow Reciprocity to break, but you still, well, actually Krim does invest in it early on, so didn't see that. So both Vision Pulse is gone, but you have the streak if you want to use it. He's gonna call in the Hellstorm.
Riding over the top, takes out Dylan, but Dylan gets 2 kills before it gets him So that will keep a presence there from Reciprocity. Reciprocity chipping away at this lead. Can Crim hold on? Scump, Dashy, Karma make the plays at the edge. Both the streaks exhausted by Optic, so you're not gonna see anything for that Fountain Hardpoint that's been dominated by Rec, but we'll get back over to Church Courtyard. 3 players pushing the back now from Optic Gaming. Wuskin, Alex, so much to deal with. The stun could be massive. That's gonna hit 2 at the back and at least delay the push for a moment. But now here they come.
Dylan dies towards barrel side. The pinch is coming in from Optic, and they hold towards the back. Wuskin trying to use a teamwork with Zed, because right after this, here comes the push. The contest is here. Dashy, Karma, they fly on in. This could be the break for Optic. Streaks on Karma. Scump able to find 2 as well. A beautiful pinch from Optic.
6 in a row for Karma, now hunting for the Hellstorms. I was worried they wouldn't have those streaks.
Well, they can win here.
Are they even gonna need them for Fountain? Dashy hits the Tempest. They all get bunched up inside a Church. They're looking for an opening, but Optic not breaking. 4 down now for Reciprocity. The triple for Crim6. The hit for Dashy. The win for Optic.
Reciprocity, they fought hard. I think they did great at Fountain Hill, but Optic Gaming kept it close. They never allowed them to chain together Fountain and barrels, really break that lead wide open. But if you go back and watch those final moments, there was a big pinch that comes through for Optic Gaming. I think Dylan has a chance to lock it down. He loses a 1 versus 1. Karma, Dashy, able to fly on through.
Well, once we get that hardpoint breakdown, I'd love to take a look at it, because I imagine it's something in the ballpark of 70 to 80 to like 0 at Fountain.
Maybe 5. Yeah,
86 to 2, we just got an update. And then you would think over every other hardpoint, Optic probably just had a minimal advantage over the rest of the 4.
So right here, Reciprocity at that hill, I think do a great job. They force Crim to use both streaks. You counter with the Vision Pulse, you split the hill time. And you're gonna see, watch these green arrows. So you're gonna have Den's number 7 middle of the map. He's gonna get taken down. Watch 2 and 5. That's gonna be Karma and Dashy. They're gonna win a big one-on-one against Dylan, and this puts the pressure on the players inside the hill. And you're thinking maybe they can do enough, but TJ stays alive time and time again. A team kill comes through, and that's it. The spawn out is there, and Optic Gaming behind that play with Scump's 2-piece, the streaks from Karma, able to hold on and win the map 1.
I almost thought they got there too slow. I was like, but I think because Karma was playing for those streaks, they're checking every corner, biding their time, really making sure they can get in.
And TJ stayed alive in that corner, right?
Yeah.
At that little...
Tucked away.
Just tucked away for so long, the team kill as well.
And then this 4-man push, you're trying to go through this tiny archway, and you've got a Tempest staring at it. Crim6 gets the triple, locks it down, and Dashy hits the final shot. But let's check out the box score and see. So 86 to 2 at Fountain.
But the barrels response, right, from Optic Gaming, that's what I was talking about.
They beat him at every other hardpoint.
Yeah, typically when you see a big lead, or heck, even a win sometimes, it's Fountain and barrels. If you can chain those 2 together, that's when the game gets away from you. And every time they gave up Fountain on that rotation, they responded with a nice barrels hold.
Fantastic map 1 to kick off this series. Is that everything you expected, Joe, for the first hardpoint?
But now I think the opportunity for Reciprocity. Optic Gaming, I haven't had the best search and destroy week. Payload, a very strong map for Rec. They were able to beat LG in a map 5 on it. This is their map pick. You can't go down 0-2.
Same for Optic. It is one of their very strong search and destroys. I think it was we saw the player card when we were at the desk. It was Scump with, somewhere around a 1-4, 1-5 in search and destroy. Like, that's where he's really been incredible.
Yeah, when he's motivated, he's a different player. I think we all know that, right?
Well, at least, I mean, if you think back to Vegas, though, 1-2 search and destroy, it's Dashy and TJ really carrying the load there. It's got to be amazing to see if they're winning searches, it's behind Scump. You know what TJ and Dashy are able to do.
But these deep runs in the tournaments, this is when you look at your veterans, Karma, Crim6, they're world champions. Karma always says, give me the champ Sunday, and I'll take over for you, right? And they are very close from being there. They'll be there, but it might be in the winner's bracket, could be in the loser's bracket.
I think I just got an update that EG has been eliminated from the tournament. So 100 Thieves, crazy losers bracket run. keeps on going. But a reminder for those of you at home how this best of 5 is going to play out. Payload search up next. All 5 maps really strong for both sides of this stage.
It's actually crazy too. I mean, heartbreaking for EG when we talk about how close they were to playing a winner's semi against Units. 10 seconds away from winning that map.
That scares me for everybody. That's a 3-0 for 100 Thieves. They've hit their stride, but here we go, into the game 2. Dashy with the snipe. Offense for Reciprocity as it looks like they're making their way towards mid-tunnel.
Yeah, they play very mid-heavy around Dylan, Alex, and Ted, as you would expect. So Karma, he's going to be the point man. He cannot get caught here. He cannot get caught here, and he does. It's going to be a free bomb plant and a 4 versus 5 retake situation.
And we'll see if there's any changes from Optic in a future defense, because Karma just gets swarmed there. Only chance is really just run away.
See if TJ's able to catch Den. You see that on the minimap towards the left side. I think he will be able to, but how much time is that going to take off the clock?
Here they come, the collapse in, 4 versus 4. Dashy gets eyes on 1, sliding across as soon as he gives up the snipe. I have no idea how he gets that kill, and suddenly the sweep comes in from Optic. What in the hell is that break?
I'm actually surprised it took Reciprocity so long. We've seen it. The more that you go on the flank, they have to push the 4 versus 3, but Zed just gets smoked.
He was holding that corner for
It's almost like he jumped over him. I have no idea.
Oh, he got fried. We'll see the best play from Krim. Picking 1 towards the top heaven steps. Alex comes to trade, and Krim ready. Knocked to 8 HP. But you've got a man advantage post plant. TJ opens up the flank, and then the other 3 go flying in. What a retake from Optic. That Dashy kill was stupid. They are just flying. Dashy caught with a stun. Here they come. He's going to get caught, but they line up for Scump. And Scump, the king, gets him in 3s, and Crim6 rotates over for the 4th. It looks so bad for Optic, but then Scump tosses him in the blender. 1 versus 3 for Waskin.
We'll see what he's trying to do right here. It almost looks like he's just trying to play a bit of a 50-50. I think as soon as the bomb's planted at B, he'll probably head off the map, but Optic gonna go all the way around, so we're gonna sit here just a little bit longer. We're just hanging out here. This may work out. It's a little bit scary. What kind of timing is he about to find?
Did he go to the bathroom?
Here we go. He's gonna find 1. He saw Krim under him. This is not over yet. 1 versus 2.
Oh!
Snaps on a TJ.
Hits him so low. 1v2, 30 seconds to go. He beams him. 1 versus 1. Waskin versus Crim6. 15 seconds on the clock.
It's a nice attempt out of Waskin. Plays a couple of timings very well, but just not enough time. Krim checks the bomb, easy kill. But it all starts with this man right here, Scump, able to line him up. The aggression, it felt like it was gonna work out so well for Reciprocity, but Alex loses that one-on-one.
What a play by Scump to get their 2nd round. Well, his search and destroy stats have been incredible this event. You see why right there. Krim starts out 4-0, and he's 225 away from a lightning. He'll be playing from the back block as a Paladin bullet whizzes by his shoulder. They do make a change on defense. It was Karma on an island. This time he's stacked over towards A. Looks like Optic confident in their 5-on-5 retake, and I would be too, considering how the 4-on-5 just went.
I was gonna say, the last time you only had 4, so. But you can see that There's a bit of a change for Reciprocity. You have Alex all the way in the back with Dens to watch this flank. And I think they're gonna sort of, catch a timing. Dashy has to challenge this, but he's wasting so much time right now. Just misses that snipe.
He's stuck between 3 players, nowhere to go. Nice change up by Reciprocity. 5v2, simply not enough time for Optic, and Reciprocity will get around victory. They said, was it Alex that went so deep?
Yep.
And you saw, I was just staring at their minimap because he was so far back. I don't know if it was Dashy or his teammate that was with him that spotted. They looked back there right before they turned. The second after he looked, Alex comes out and peeks.
Well,
I mean, you
figure though that's the way TJ went last time, right? So you have to be aware of that push. Den's just sort of watching that flank. You're thinking maybe he's going to change up positions, and that happens, but he doesn't change up positions. It's a different player with him. They stack 2 on the flank. So if you're Optic, you know that. The next time you give up B, you 5 hit the front, I think, right? It's just those adjustments that we talk about.
Luskin just waiting for an angle, and here they come. Slide across, can't quite hit the flick. Mid-tunnel control for Optic as they get onto the B site. Dylan's gonna get caught. First blood now to Optic. Dashy goes huge with 2. Luskin finally able to hit a shot, but is it too late? I don't know, because that's a second one, but Scumpton flies in. 2 versus 2. 30 seconds to go. Optic just playing the clock. Crimsix patiently with the cross.
There's just not enough time right now. There's just not enough time. They have to make a decision. Alex trying to hunt down Scump, not able to do so. That should be the round. Dens knows it. Beautifully done by Scump. He doesn't do much, but he wastes time. And
I think it's back-to-back rounds where you see the offensive team just really strong stuff post-plant. Dashy's 2 kills obviously make that post-plant scenario a little bit easier, Joe.
yeah, Dylan almost finds the time and he kill that bomb planter. He flies off that top catwalk. Much braver than I am with his movement. But Wuskin was able to bring it back.
(3-1) now. Lead to Optic. Another defensive look from Optic, this time 4 towards B, and they've called the push from Reciprocity. Reciprocity are gonna go too. There's so many numbers here from Optic, this could go horribly. They soar on forward. Numbers to Optic. Dylan caught on the bomb site in a bad spot as Scump's able to rip him off. The blind counter from Optic Gaming pays off, and now Wuskin and Dins. What can you do?
Have some time to work with, but it's a very strong hold with bomb down. It's going to be so difficult with a sniper and an ICR to even challenge these close range gunfights.
I just think Optic up 4 there. They don't show anybody though. So you spot it if you're Reciprocity. You see maybe one, you see nothing, you hit the catwalk as soon as they do. Optic pounce. Well, honestly, it was Zed or Alex all the way through the tunnel. But Optic just baited out perfectly. They bait the aggression, they win the fights.
Den's trying to find something, Wuskin trying to find something, but they are giving them absolutely no room to work with. A couple shoulders here and there, but it's all on to Wuskin now. It does hit a snipe, and now just trying to run away. Another round for Optic Gaming on the board.
It's a nice snipe. It's not gonna matter. It's a nice snipe. The advantage grows. Now for Optic, Wuskin and company on the other side. Gotta get something clicking because they are being outclassed in search and destroy.
I think the last couple of rounds you've seen Dylan or Alex fly in. They just haven't found the first bloods. It's TJ, he's gonna be all by his lonesome. See what sort of timings he gets. He may get everything he could ever want.
He's got a lot of information.
I think he just got spotted by Fog of War.
Maybe, that's why he just went out and snapped.
Yeah, no, there was
Why
a
would he have
player.
shot there?
Yeah, there was a player, I think, just start shooting, so.
Yeah, probably Fog of War.
Unfortunate for TJ, but they get the bomb planted.
Yeah, what if I like snap like that and sprayed? 4v5 post plant for Optic.
Watch number 7.
Holding catwalk. They push on through. Karma's going to get caught. Now Scump and Krim have a big play to make. Krim gets 2 before he falls. Gives Dashy a much more winnable round. 17 seconds to work with. Beams 1. He's on bomb though. He's on bomb. He's got to check it. Can't quite get there, and the fuse is in for Dins. Huge round there for Reciprocity.
And I think he's hoping that if there is a player on the bomb after he kills the first guy, that he'll hop off of it and they'll both try to hunt him down in time. But that player on Reciprocity sticks the bomb. A smart play. Trusts his teammate to watch over him. It's exactly what happens. But yeah, you saw Dashi go all the way through the spawn. For Reciprocity, they were trying to just hold on, wait for him to make the play. When you go on such a long route, it's tough to wait that long, and Krim was able to find 2. But as you said, Reciprocity get right back into this game.
Can they get another offensive round win? Optic back to their 5-man A stack. Reciprocity kind of back to their default offense with 3 mid-tunnel. They'll wrap it towards B, and as you look at the minimap, you see everybody from Optic rotating across. And they've each gone 1 for 1 in this particular scenario.
It's gonna be a 5-on-5. Everybody's just going full force ahead. Trying to make those adjustments. Cluster, EMP, Crimsex able to back away. But everyone is pushed up right now for Reciprocity. Karma and Scump's able to find 2. Now a 2 versus 3. Dens gets gunned. It's all on to Watson. What play can he make? Krim takes him down.
These retakes from Optic so strong.
And I don't hate to play from Reciprocity, right? Because there's a couple of ways you make adjustments if you're Optic. The last time they showed you a B hit, you can either send more on the flank and trade that out, or you all back up to your side like we just saw and retake that. So I think what Reciprocity is gambling is that, okay, they're gonna come through these 2 doorways, and that was correct. You just have to be able to win those fights.
That's the exact retake you called for a couple rounds ago, right?
Yeah, it's my superpower.
Yeah. I think after Alex hit that flank, you said, all right, next time, just 5-man from the front. It's exactly what they go for, and they're able to do it. Bully their way into the site. Now 1 more round needed for Optic to get the 2-0 edge and be 1 map away from a guaranteed top 3 placement here at the CWL Championship. A passive offensive opening from Optic. Maybe trying to bait out some aggression from Reciprocity. I thought the snap was good at first for Wuska, but once he took the hop, a bit of a whirlwind, and TJ wins that at range with the Maddox. Alex, though, will bring it into a 4 versus 4. They'll get the plant down, though, and we'll keep an eye on that number 6 in Scump throughout the course of this when he gets back into the action.
Yeah, he's gonna have to come back soon.
Yep.
TJ, though, has a cluster that'll slow things down. Those players able to get away. That'll buy time for Scump to reposition. Stun, though, from Reciprocity. It's able to connect. Is that the difference maker? It may be. Dylan finds 2. All onto the King now.
20 seconds. Checks it. Give it to Dylan. Can't slide away. Alex and Reciprocity stay alive within this game, too. Huge round for Reciprocity, and what have they lived and died by? These insane comebacks, wild round 5s, game 11, or round 11, game 5s.
Dylan finds 3 in this round. You know he can be the spark, just has to get these guys going.
Reciprocity have to do 4 in a row. 1 part done. Alex 270 off streaks.
I mean, their problem's been how do you win offenses?
They're going right back to their default.
They're running to 4.
Optic's ready and waiting. Can they get out before someone drops? They can't do it. Dylan falls.
I'm gonna head over to A. Dashy's here. Once again, Optic will play this with numbers. Bomb being planted. Alex is able to get away, but that was spotted. Yep, Weskin on the outskirts, he gets gunned. 3 versus 5 now for Optic Gaming.
TJ with his 3rd kill in the round. Scump finds the 4th, and it's all on Dins. He is beamed. 4 for TJ in the final round, and Optic up 2-0.
Such stellar defense throughout this entire map for Optic Gaming. The one that Reciprocity was able to win, they just catch him off guard on the flank, right? I mean, they made that small adjustment, but every other time, their middle tunnel hits, their B hits, nothing worked for Reciprocity, and almost they just didn't know what they wanted to do. I mean, Optic wasn't giving them anything. A lot of the times where we see Reciprocity really take advantages is if there's players on defense in the mid tunnels, they trade out correctly. Doesn't happen. Optic play perfect.
Optic a map away from a top 3 guaranteed finish, a date in the winner's bracket final. Control right after this. Hello and welcome back. It is day 2 of the double elimination bracket. Right now battling for a spot in the winner's bracket final tomorrow, a guaranteed top 3 finish. And Optic thus far handling business. They have, for the most part, made it look easy this week. Haven't really been tested that badly, and here, doing it again.
Did we just see a tempest throughout the stage? I don't know what did you see that?
No. What did I miss?
Cool. There was a tempest playing throughout the stage. It was really cool. I liked it. Then it transformed back.
I like that. Control up next. It was what the desk I think talked about the fact that Reciprocity usually a 3-win horrific Control team. They were so bad in the Pro League. They were so bad. At one point they were 4-16, something like that. Here, what is it? 4-1? 5-0?
Undefeated.
Wow. How the hell do you turn around a mode like that so quickly when you've been so bad?
Hopefully you're focusing on it, right? So you're making those improvements.
The boot camp?
I think when they've added Alish too, they've still been making a lot of adjustments with him on the team. So yeah, I think just boot camps, right? Just more and more repetitions as the year has gone on, and yeah, now it's one of their strengths, but it has to be perfect if they want to go into game 4.
Well, we've had so many reverse sweeps over the past day and a half. Have you seen enough from Reciprocity to make you think you can do it? But
not so far.
But how did we feel about 100 Thieves phase the other day?
I
was like trolling. I thought 100 Thieves were done, and then they make one of the greatest comebacks of all time. So
anything can happen.
Not done yet.
Not done yet at all. But yeah, I mean, Optic Gaming, they just look so good on that Search and Destroy. I think it's the best that they've looked on S&D so far. See though, can Reciprocity extend this series? Going to an arsenal of Control. We saw this earlier for Optic Gaming against Enigma 6. The one thing that sort of just sticks out to me is they go to a round 5, Damon Barlow slam, and that just shuts the door.
What stood out to me was that Crim6 double where he challenged out of bounds and got that second kill. Like, play after play. I think for Vegas, all the chatter, all the talk about this Optic team was really, I felt like TJ and Dashy. Right now, this run, yes, you've had your TJ and Dashy moments, but it's more been about Crim6 and Scump stepping it up, Karma having his moments, and well, the veterans really turning up on the world's biggest stage has been the big key for me. That's how our first 2 map went. Will it end here on Arsenal Control, or can Reciprocity muster something? A reminder, this is a winner's bracket match, so Reciprocity with a loss here still have a chance to fight on in this tournament. And they've been, I mean, it's literally over the past, 4 or 5 months, they either get like top 3 or top 12. Like, there's usually very little in between. So they've already got past that top 12 point. You feel like they have like a top 3, top 4 run in them here.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody wants to lose right now, right? Luminosity's down there, 100 Thieves is hot. Stay away from the losers.
Yeah. Well, not that a date with United would be any easier without them just
They should be top 3.
That's true. Well, Optic will kick things off on offense. They want to start this off with a hit towards the outer side at B. Don't find early success, so they're going to wrap right back in towards enter. They haven't found a kill yet. It's 3 straight for Reciprocity. Finally, Dashy gets them into the mix. Out from window comes Dylan. He puts the damage in, and Wuskin able to finish the kills.
Scump puts some nice shots though with that saw. He keeps that mid-map pressure there. That's what we always talk about. It's so difficult to get through these lobby doors. Zed thought he was going to find that second one, but Dylan's still here. The clock is really the biggest opponent right now for Optic Gaming. Have to try and slow it down. As you see, all of Reciprocity, besides Wuskin, towards this A site.
Cluster out. Nice hit onto Zed. TJ trying to back him down to the back pillar, and that opens up Scump to go on through. Scump can't get the kill, but in goes the contest. That'll stop the clock for now, but the player inside of Vent is Wuskin, and he's being a thorn in the side of Optic Gaming. Peeks back out, gets another kill and another kill. Wuskin, a terror from Vent. Now Optic just scrambling to try and get on a point and stop this. Can they get there in time? Time is dwindling. 1 second left. Do they touch the point? Not gonna do it with Alex and Denz locking it down. Reciprocity clutch up on defense. Take the first round of Control.
Yeah, there was just a couple of plays where players inside of A from Reciprocity do a wonderful job staying alive. I mean, Dylan right here is able to find 2. Yes, he gets taken down by Scump, but it keeps players like Wuskin in this position. to be able to make plays. The player from Vent coming in and out, finding one, but it's just that breakoff we always talk about. Optic wasn't able to go for A for 30 seconds that they just basically wasted.
Great round from Wuskin, gets him halfway to his Tempest already. And look at how much presence they're sending towards artillery side. Dylan's gonna go for a fast flank and 2 are gonna go in through window. Can Dylan get there in time to make the play? Here he comes on the flank. Nobody's picked this up. He's in from behind. 3 fall. Crim 6 the last up. He will drop. That's 4 down now for Optic Gaming and onto the point. Goes Reciprocity. What a great opening break. How much progress can they get on the point?
Well, we'll see. How do they want to retake this? Are they just going to give up this a sight, or will they go for it one time? A nice stun. Wuskin's able to find that kill from TJ.
Optic already lose the first round. They've lost the first objective here in round 2, and the surge from Reciprocity coming forward. Optic Gaming have got to hold. Let's go to an Astro Gaming listen-in with Optic.
I got your lobby, I got your lobby.
Yo, there's
ice
here
lobby.
Yeah. Be careful.
Oh, backstairs.
X steps. Yo, he's bottom. He's
One hit backstairs. He jumped up, top window, top window.
Lobby, one more lobby.
Our back, he was in our spot. Nice. 2 on point.
Last two. Do it together.
Outside event, one's jet.
Yo, watch your jet head. Watch your jet head. I don't see him, bro.
Outside the lobby, close lobby, Dave.
Oh, yeah, our side. Nice. Lobby. All right, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
We'll get mid block. All right. Dark. I'm watching mid block. Dead.
I got out of lobby.
Lightning.
Tree block.
Yo, we should push this.
I'm in bed. Outer block.
All right, I'm watching trophy block.
Yo, I'm hiding mid.
Trophy block, one shot. Wuskin.
They're in kitchen.
One top trophy. Yo, they're hitting front, guys.
Hold up, I'm in their bed.
No, hiding kitchen. He's going trophy. They're probably all hitting
They're
front.
hitting front. Wuskin, one shot.
There's 2.
I got one. Two more. Yeah, Teach. Jiggle. Teach. We're coming back steps.
Yeah, we're coming
back steps.
Come back to bed.
Make him slide the jet.
Oh, there's 3 on Ben Heady. 3 on Ben Heady.
Hold on.
Another one dark, 1 Ben Heady.
Too dark.
Zed got me. I'm three. Nice.
We're coming.
Yeah. Play light. Okay, 2 on top jet. 2 jet. I'm coming lobby.
Slide him.
1. Jet.
Both jet.
I'll kill jet. I'm binding.
Split out. Dead.
Yo, jet. We gotta stop dying. right now.
Okay. Yo, they're gonna pinch.
Yeah.
We all.
Optic still holding, but down in lives 8 versus 13. And a minute left to work with for Reciprocity. They've already used their streak. No specialists available yet, but close to the Tempest for Wuskin.
Still have that 5 life advantage. They're taking their time right now. Trying to just go on through. That's going to be Zed and Dylan inside lobby. Scum just shouldering back and forth. They're trading shots. Wuskin, though, able to find Karma. Karma, a very slow start in this game. 2-11. Dylan with 2 of his own. 5 lives left. Here comes the pressure up front. Dashy stuns himself, slides back out. Wuskin, the nice shot punch there.
It's Dylan with the play inside a lobby. He takes 2 in the 1v2. 2 lives left. It's all on Karma and Scump to make the play. They line up in Reciprocity. Shut it down. Perfect in control to this point. And roll into Optic here.
Dominant 2 rounds so far.
Just from those 2 rounds, I know we haven't had a chance, you and I, to really cast Reciprocity, but how? Like, they're so improved.
Yeah, it just really seems like they're winning from one another. They're not throwing away lives. They're making 5-man pushes together, and they're staying up. I mean, that's really the key thing. We heard that listening, like, Crim was like, we have to start throwing away lives. We have to stop doing it. And I feel like Reciprocity was doing that a lot.
Well,
they fixed that.
All year, you've talked about the silly mistakes for Reciprocity that give them these extended series. You're not seeing those mistakes here. Looking like a fine-tuned machine in control.
And I mean, because these rounds have been so dominant, look at the top left. No specialist for Optic Gaming. Top right, that's the opposite story. They can win this 1-3-0 right now.
Dylan with 3 to open up the round at 12-9 now within this game. A flawless defense, and that's going to give them map control immediately to push up. Dylan has the grab slam for a big hit in a desperate scenario. As Optic work towards artillery to bring this back. Will Reciprocity give him anything to work with? But the specialist advantage you highlighted, like, it's staggering how far ahead Reciprocity is.
You have the slam, you have the Tempest. Wuskin 230 off the streaks as well. Does get taken down. Finally some presence here for Optic Gaming. But here comes Dylan. Slam in, able to connect with 2. That'll stagger the push for Optic. Dens does a great job staying alive. Now watch for Zed to make the play. Tack 5 in. Can he connect with shots? A little shaky there, but he has the position, but he gets taken down. This is one of these rounds we talk about. If you're going to be Reciprocity, close it out here. You're investing so much in this round.
Don't give Optic life. They've stopped the clock with 30 seconds, looking to finish A. Dins is backing up as they give up the point. At number 6 on the map, you see is Wuskin waiting for any kind of artillery push. Dins has got lobby locked down. 1 inside event and 2 on statue. Wuskin lies in wait, but he's gonna get caught. That's an opening now for Optic. Dylan just barely able to slide away from that fight as well. 18 v 18.
Nice teamwork out of Dylan and Wuskin towards the back. You do not have a lot of pressure up front. You still have Zed in fence as well. A nice defense again. Now they're gonna try and get control of their lobby behind a stun. Dashi, just gonna back on up. Oh, a stun of his own.
Anything you can do, I can do better. 3 down now for Reciprocity. And here come Optic. They've taken the life advantage, but you do have some specialists to work with. Can TJ and Dashi hold the front? War Machine now in for TJ, and he's gonna call it in. Wuskin will fall. The grenades will hold him back for a moment.
Streaks
Not
as well.
gonna matter as the point is done. The streaks are in, and it's one of those rounds
Can't happen.
that can really kill Reciprocity's chances in this series.
But it starts with this, man. This is the play. He finds these 2 kills. Wuskin's full stun. Dylan just gets gunned.
And what, he's like 2 steps away from getting stunned himself.
Got
Just
an
backed out.
ICR. He's able to find another one. This gets TJ in a position.
Woo.
I mean, what, you use grab, you use attack 5 as well.
Yeah, you held on to your War Machine and Tempest. Can Dashi get these streaks 120 away?
TJ's well 25
But
away.
the breaks have been good for Reciprocity though. They've had the edge in most rounds. There's 2. And finally, a better break from Optic. Dashi with the shots, Dashi with the streaks. 4 available now for Optic.
5.
5 available now for Optic. As they get the opening hold. Now towards artillery they come. Dashi just gonna back it up for now. Wait for his teammates to group up, and TJ will delay that push even more. That's maybe gonna force Reciprocity to think about pushing this all the way towards ladder. They're going all the way around. 4 players working the flank.
Dylan being very patient towards window, like you said, but guess what? It's gonna be the stun again from Scump. Doesn't connect. Only 30 seconds left. We've only had 1 push.
Well, that's the thing. If you're gonna go all the way around like this, it better work. It better work, otherwise you're not gonna have the time to make a play.
You're gonna use a streak here if you're Optic, right? Yeah, you just call in the lightning, get them off the point. That's gonna waste some more time. You can reposition. Scump does find Crim, but it's TJ inside event. Wuskin gets hunted down. You still have 4 streaks to take into the next offense.
Five seconds for Reciprocity to get in. Here's their final effort to do so. They're not even gonna go for it. Optic take it to a round 5 with streaks galore. They win it so clean, they don't have to use anything. It's 1 streak. And hell, Scump got a lot more value out of that than I thought he would.
Or Reciprocity on defense, and if you get early map control from Optic, you force them to use some of their streaks early on, and they can hide from those, right? I think this break off so important for Reciprocity. We'll see what happens, but the break could be the game. So if you get to that B zone, that's when Optic can really use those streaks. Here we go, Dashi with the Tempest out. 4 men inside, not able to connect on the first. Wuskin, I think, has the Tempest out as well. So Tempest v Tempest. Crim6 with the opener, and he's able to take him down.
Scump and Zed both going huge for their sides. Dashy not able to connect yet, but it's 3 in a row in the round. 4 Scump, 6 in a row now total as Scump works towards streaks yet again. Pretty even with regards to the kills there, but map control to Optic.
I think you have to try to retake this if you're Reciprocity.
Because of streaks?
Yeah, because of the streaks, you have to try to get them to burn. Karma watching one way. Who's gonna be the opening kill? Is there gonna be one? 2 go down, you have to fly in now. Reciprocity trying to do what they can. Dylan with 3, Zed with the 5th. Here we go, 1 minute remaining.
You nailed it. They had to go for it. They had to. Force these streaks out if you can. Now Zed, for the War Machine, doesn't finish anybody but TJ, but they do get 3 kills, and now they're backing up Optic.
Well, even
they've got complete utter map control.
If you use a streak here, it's not gonna connect with anyone.
Everybody's indoors. What a retake from Reciprocity. They got a 7 life advantage out of that as well. All these streaks, but where do they come into play? You might catch Dylan inside a lab, but he's gonna dip away. They'll be so effective if you can get it to B, but you gotta win it here on the 8-point first. 3 gonna be down for Optic yet again. Reciprocity are doing this.
Yeah, Dylan's gonna have Slam up as well. Karma, he's getting close to his, so Dashy's able to find one, but Alex doing such a good job, him and Zed. Dashy has to be the playmaker here. Alex with another one, 2 more seconds. Can he get on and contest? He can. Life still here, but that's gonna do it. Reciprocity, hold on. They hold on. What a defense in round number 5.
You go into that.
Holy smokes.
With Optic having 4 streaks and Reciprocity take the round. What a retake it was on to A. As Reciprocity remained perfect in control. Scump looks stunned. You gotta think, they thought, we got this. We got the streaks for it. They win the opening break. They're in a comfortable position. Then they get Dylan'd as he gets 3. And the break comes back through as we check out the final 60 seconds
Yeah, I mean,
of
I
round
don't know
5.
where he comes from. Oh, so it looks like he was inside a window, but he found 3 kills. And yeah, you get pushed up. I like this play from Zed just to slow down this push. You have the War Machine, why not? Let it rip. And they just have so much map control where, yeah, even if you're Optic and you have 4 streaks, where are you supposed to go with this? What are you gonna connect with? It's not gonna be much.
They get it to B, they win the game.
But man, they almost bring it back. Reciprocity almost throw that one away in round number 3. It got a little scary there. I know their coach Shane. I don't know after this year how he still has hair.
Yeah, right. But now we move to the game 4, which
frequency, man.
It has had memorable moments for both of these teams. You think about the playoff in Miami. Reciprocity versus LG. LG's up, what, 100, whatever it is, and it's the 24-2 run from Dylan, 3 sets of streaks. They bring it back. You've had the heroic performances there, and for Optic, it has been their game 1 map of choice for the year, basically. Like, when they are playing well there, they are winning tournaments.
But there's that moment of life for Reciprocity, and you get like a guy like Dylan going, a guy like Zed going, they can take over on this frequency map.
And they already
Should be a fun one.
I mean, their reverse sweep, they already have one today.
Yep.
This could be another one for Reciprocity. What is it with this team?
Just what they like to do.
I don't get it.
That's just what they like to do.
I don't know if it's what they like to do. It's taking years off of everybody's life. The players, their coach, their friends, their families, me.
We gotta be careful with you.
I'm a delicate flower. It'd be frequency, and that final map, remember, that's the one where you look back to playoffs where Optic was, what, 9-0 really since, I think it was like since London.
Well, Anaheim, right?
To Anaheim? It might have been. They were like 9-0, and then Gen G were able to take him out there. But
even
obviously one of their ridiculously good maps.
I look back to Fort Worth, and that's when Reciprocity got top 3, and they had a ton of game 5s, and frequency was
That's where Dylan became Dylan. He was on a search and destroy on frequency.
That's when he was hitting new levels.
So the point is, these final 2 maps, if we get both, game-changing and life-changing moments for both of these teams throughout the year. As Optic and Reciprocity hop into the map 4. 4 down for Reciprocity, early elevator control. A bit of a split spawn then in from Reciprocity. You still have Wuskin on one side, 3 spawning out orange.
Yeah, not sure how those spawns flip there, but they do. Wuskin was the last player alive. He just stays up. Now they're going to set up a pinch as they're able to get right back into it.
I don't know. I mean, they still had one on the blue side, right? I guess a little bit too much presence of Optic on the left side of that map. Dylan on a tear now, 3 before Dashy shuts him down.
It's a big kill though from Dashy and Krim. Where are these players going to spawn on the side of Reciprocity? They spawn out. That is not what you want. You do not want to die right now. But then Dylan and Zed with 4 of their own. Dashy just like that, the last player alive, gets taken down. But look at the spawns. The spawns are in the back for Optic Gaming.
I think he died right after the spawns came in for Optic. So stayed alive a half second long enough. And with the spawns, Optic, doesn't do anything. Reciprocity get the clearance in the backside. And now look to lock down orange. Here comes the next push from Optic. 2 go down for Reciprocity and the surge on through. From the green wall, here they come, Alex. Alex doing damage everywhere. And it's a lightning strike as his reward.
Well, with 15 seconds left, Optic Gaming, they're going to rotate on over. You have Karma all the way back blue. You have a few players up towards elevator. TJ just trying to be annoying. We'll see where TJ spawns. This could be bad for Optic. Okay, so he gets a safe spawn out towards pipes. Yeah, Alex was just making sure, but you have the lightning strike, you have elevator control, so you're probably going to use it right away.
There it goes.
That's going to be the call. It's going to hit Karma in the back, but this just opens up the balcony push now.
2 players balcony, 3 players balcony. Here they come. Dashy slides right on out. He's greeted by the entire Reciprocity roster. They try to flank him through window. Scump drops as well. Reciprocity just have the numbers in this scenario. They push on through. The next spawn from Optic is going to be safe, so they'll be able to get right back in very quickly and contest. Really not a lot of time earned by either side. There's just so much of this objective has been contested through the first 3 hard points.
Wuskin now on some streaks right now, 130 off. Can he find a pair going into pipes? Oh, it gets a little shaky there. 30 off, doesn't have the help though. TJ takes him down. But yeah, I think you take that if you're Reciprocity, right? It's a bit of a split, but for Optic Gaming, the lightning strike comes in and you're able to hold off, tie the game up as we head to pipes.
Scump all the way out. Back orange side, 1 through mid map and 3 from blue. A big pinch now coming in, which is going to greatly influence the spawns of Reciprocity. In comes Optic. Spawning out deep is 3 players from Reciprocity. There's still 1 guy there, and the last one was Dylan. He's going to get shut down as Krim backs up another, and it's a clean break from Optic as they hit it from 3 angles and just spawn wreck out so far. Brilliantly done there from Optic. Lead now up to 10 as Krim snaps back. 4 in a row for Krim as he's double positive in 12 and 6. Beautifully done with the ICR. The SOG as well, and nearly Alex clipped top middle. But he's 200 off streaks as he continues this tear around pipes. We swap on over to Scump though, who's doing it at next at elevator. Misses the first melee, not gonna miss the second. Gives himself a one-on-one with Wuskin, but the stun hits both. Crim6 is still working on those streaks. Can we get back to him when he gets involved? Looks like he's not going to be in the mix quite yet as he's patrolling top middle. TJ a chance to get him as well. He's 60 points off. He's going to get a lightning. That's going to call for the War Machine. Krim then, if he can get kills top middle, even more streaks for Optic to use, but he can't win the fight. Just the streaks onto TJ.
Dylan, he goes in, finds 2. Dashy a little bit weak, but able to win a one-on-one. Could be 30 seconds for Reciprocity. A lot was used on both sides. Dylan waiting patiently, waiting for Karma to jump on out. Now he's gonna go. Dens, he gets gunned by Krim. Still a very close hard point.
They all spawn out pipes, so they're gonna hit back steps real fast. Is anyone there to pick it up yet? It's gonna be TJ that picks it up on the other side. So there's 1 guy here, but there's gonna be 3 flying him. He's gonna need help as Crim6 then wraps over. Can they take the 2 versus 3? It looks like they're able to do it. They hold the back. That is sensational from Optic. Reciprocity make the right call. 15 seconds left. They just got to go, but Karma almost with everybody a third as he drops 120 to 78. Optic take it over.
It's a big break for Reciprocity if they can get it. Dashy. He's got the Tempest out. Karma's able to connect on the Tempest of Wuskin. So a good hold so far. Still have some pressure here. Dens, Alex, trying to do what they can. But it's the biggest lead of the game so far. And really what they're trying to do is get Optic trapped in the back. And Scump finds 2 more. All right, this has to be it for Reciprocity.
This more than likely is the game. Reciprocity need a big hold here. The problem that you got those streaks on TJ to open up balcony, at least open up a contest for Optic, and 3 are gonna fall though. You'll spawn safe with your Reciprocity, but they're already into the top window.
I'm just gonna play his life. These 250 off streaks. TJ with some pressure in the back. Vision pulse out from Crimsix, having such a big game right now. Can they find the hill break behind it? It looks like they will be able to. Dashy with 2.
And that feels like a dagger at the midpoint of this game. Reciprocity so desperately needed a hold, and Optic making sure they get no time behind it, and TJ gets to hold on to the streaks because Reciprocity went 3 down at a crucial moment. It's set up for blue. You hope that at the bare minimum he uses some of those streaks. Now he's got him for pipes.
Yeah, hopefully they can get him to use it early on. Vision pulse out from Dens now. Reciprocity need to break behind it, but it's such a power position. TJ with 2 big kills. Dens able to stay up. You'll have a few more pulses.
They got extra vision of getting smoked by TJ.
Here comes the break opportunity. 2 through bottom middle. Karma's gonna fall off the map. Still have the presence of the young duo, Dashy, TJ, stepping it up here in game number 4.
TJ falls, and now Dashy holds the remaining Optic Gaming players.
You don't get a break behind the pulse. That is not a good sign.
The lead growing to 100 points is Optic close to blowing out Reciprocity in the map 4. What a map from Crimsix. Double positive at 22 and 11. Over to TJ's POV, almost a slide. And Gunny, but Wuskin closes him out.
All right, so you don't have any specialists besides Attack 5 on Optic.
And
Zed getting close to War Machine.
Dylan's just had a very mundane human game, right? He's 16 and 25, hasn't taken over on this map.
You can't always ask for it.
No, it's true, but I don't know if you can beat teams like Optic if he does it on a map like Frequency.
Still have a lifeline left. Can they get a good hold here? Zed, his War Machine just gets gobbled up by the trophy. TJ still with some streaks if they need him.
He's had him forever.
Hasn't needed him, right?
Yeah.
Scump finds 2 again. Now it's TJ's turn. And well, that's all 5 dead from Reciprocity. Maybe a streak off spawn if TJ wants to. He's gonna do it right away. That's the Hellstorm. Attack 5 in as well. It's the last hold for Optic Gaming.
They can't quite win it here, but they can certainly put it out of reach. It delays the reinforcements, as now they try to search across top middle, but you have the right side locked down for Orange. Optic in prime position to close out the game, and you have Dashy's Tempest, which could put it away. Scump, a great job in the front.
That's it.
The lightning comes in. 5 seconds needed for Optic, and in to the winners bracket final goes Optic Gaming. They look good, Joe. We have not seen this Optic in a long, long time.
No, we have not.
This is the best they've looked since Vegas.
I think so. Yeah, it is. I mean, just every single game mode, everyone's stepping up. TJ Dashy starts to go big. Then guess what? It's Crim and Scump. Karma making the right play. plays, but I cannot wait for that winner's bracket final tomorrow. I'll tell you what, Optic has had E United's number all year long. This is a different E United. This is a different team than what they've played before.
I think you're right, but I think it's a different Optic right now too. I think these two are matching up maybe at the best point they've been all year.
Absolutely.
And that series is gonna be insane. I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for that. Optic E United guaranteed in the top 3. That'll be your winner's bracket.
One of them's going to the final.
Yeah.
One of the two juggernauts is going to the final.
On one side, you've got E United looking for back-to-back. On the other side, Optic Gaming maybe taking the first and last event of the year. Some of the greatest players in the history of Call of Duty on both sides of it. Clay, obviously, formerly of Optic ages ago.
Karma is looking for
number 4. That's insane. That is insane. And they're so close to doing it. But Crimsix, the guy that I know took a lot of flack over the last couple months, has been huge for this Optic Gaming team this week. And we've got him on stage with your PlayStation Instant Reaction.
Thank you, Clint. Well, what a series. It looked like you were heading to a 3-0 until everything crumbled on map 3. But what are you taking away from that series?
We're playing well. I think I finally learned how to use the goddamn ICR, so that's pretty useful. And the RK7, I love it. I love it.
Regardless of what happens tomorrow, how do you feel about the progress you've made so far?
What progress? We're here to win, and that's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, tomorrow you are going to be facing E United. Do you have any final thoughts for your fans out there or for anyone else before we head into Championship Sunday?
Nope. Just enjoy the show.
Simple enough. Thank you so much. This has been your PlayStation Instant Reaction. Over to Katie at the desk.
Concise and to the point, Crimsix after Optic taking down Reciprocity 3-1 to move on to that winner's final. Reciprocity, a valiant effort, able to take that control, but unfortunately not enough for them. However, they will drop down. Their hopes not dead yet. They are still alive here. We'll see what they can get done tomorrow. Des, right away, opinions on Optic right now, what you're seeing from them.
We know what we're going to get out of Dashi and TJ. Those guys are the young guns doing it basically on every cylinder. S&D control, it doesn't really matter. But Crimsix, it's got to be the green hair. That's what I'm thinking. He's honestly changed to a totally different player from the beginning of this year, even throughout the entire time coming up to this point. He's just playing at a whole different level, and his team really needs it. And unbelievable performance. They're 10-1 in Hardpoint at this point. Insane, man.
11-1 now.
No, they were 8-1 before that.
Optic on that second rotation, they were just flawless. Like they chained 3 or 4 hills in a row where Reciprocity really couldn't do anything. They had one hold that blew, but Optic broke in about 20 seconds. They fought the back. TJ held the back for a bit. I mean, if Optic keep playing Hardpoint like that when they go up against United, I have no idea what's going to happen.
I mean, you see every single player trying to make that smart play and go around the back. You saw TJ go around that right side of blue, win that one-on-one in the back to get them spawns. They chained together orange, blue, and pipes for almost 120 points.
And take a look at this winner's bracket. Coming soon to its conclusion tomorrow, the winners final, United and Optic Gaming, both looking impeccable. United, of course, coming off of a record speed 3-0 over Units, and Optic coming off of an extremely dominant 3-1 win over Reciprocity. That is going to be a match to watch. How excited are you guys to see EU Optic in that winners final?
I'm incredibly excited. I mean, have you seen this tournament?
It's
an unreal tournament so far. Everyone, all these teams are doing crazy things. The 2-0 comebacks. Like, this tournament is spectacular.
Can't wait. We got Dashi versus Simp tomorrow. That's probably the best sniper battle you can probably have in this game. And then the only thing that's going to hold me tomorrow is going to be that control. We saw them just drop that control round 5 with 4 streaks. That was just a beautiful play on Reciprocity's side, but when they won it before versus Enigma 6, Karma was 32-18. He's gonna need to keep up that performance, but it is Championship Sunday.
Let's look at our losers bracket. that Reciprocity did just fall into. Of course, you can see it. They will have to face off against 100 Thieves. Whereas Units, we will see if they are going up against Enigma 6 or Luminosity. Luminosity, of course, up 1-0 in that series going on in Bravo. Make sure you watch that to its conclusion. But again, Reciprocity, continued hard road ahead for them, especially going up against 100 Thieves tomorrow. But Units, I mean, we'll see how far they can get as well. It'll be interesting to see if they can extend that on and potentially face off against either Rec or 100 Thieves there in that losers final. Now let's talk about our Astro MVP candidate. No contest, none other than Simp on E-United.
Literally said it before the series, you were gonna have to neutralize both Simp and BZ. You just needed to neutralize Simp. The guy was doing whatever he wanted on the map. You saw Clayster in literally the live game. He was like, again. He's running around with this stripe, doing whatever he wants. His decision making is on point. Unbelievable performance out of Simp.
I mean, Rated even tweeted, he said, if we had a 6th player on the map, there's no way we were winning that series. No player will ever replicate what Simp did. Hashtag remove the mech. This guy's so, oh my
So I have a question for you guys. Looking at those snipes you just saw from Simp, if you have, would you pick peak Simp sniping or peak Dashy sniping?
Oh, I don't even know. They're both just not missing when they're at their peak sniping. So either one, I'm fine. Peak study. You want to be cash.
Peak study. There we go. Sorry, Dashy and Simp, but we have to go with the man on the desk. Now let's look at our PlayStation damage dealt leaderboard. Once again, formal Luminosity sitting on top. Simp close behind him, followed by Dylan and Abizi.
Most teams just want one song that's disgusting. Then you see Simp and Abizi are the dynamic duo.
They basically have the same respawn KD.
Yeah.
1.45.
What?
Well, I think we talk so much about Simp, but Abizi as well. I mean, those two together and Abizi on his own.
It's just, I mean, after the performance Simp had, you had to talk about it, but we've been saying Abizi's an incredible player. They have the best SOG duo. I mean, you could have argued Gen G's, but we know what happened to them. But their SOG duo is incredible.
Let's pull up our schedule for Championship Sunday. Just a few hours away, one full night of a rest, and then we will get into it. Reciprocity and 100 Thieves kicking things off, followed by E-United and Optic Gaming. Again, we do still have the series Luminosity and E6 going on Bravo. You want to tune into that, see how it concludes. Saturday continued the chaotic momentum of the last 3 days with series that kept us at the edge of our seats. E-United looked phenomenal in their annihilation of Units to reach winners finals, while 100 Thieves continue to heat up in their losers bracket run as the competition begins to dwindle, and Optic doing Optic gaming things, meeting E-United in that winners final. Everything comes to a head Sunday when we crown our champions.